Hi Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great today. Let's get right into shuffling for your Celtic Cross spread. These are going to be general messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Guys, take what resonates, throw out the rest. Don't try to make your messages fit if they don't. And then we're going to be ending with a love reading with oracles and some qualifiers for that. So I hope you guys are doing really well today. We do have a couple of things going on, guys. I mean, just, to remind you, we did have Mercury go retrograde on the 16th. We also had on that day, Mars also moved out of your sign and into your resource sector. So that transit definitely boosts your desire to live in more comfort and with a stronger feeling of security in your life. So you're very motivated to take action meant to improve your current situations. Almost through like pretty much the end of March, which is why I'm mentioning it again, because it's going to kind of be a little bit of a longer transit. But it's really important not to invest too much of yourself or your resources into any kind of like really brand new venture right now. But for ideas to really sort of be hatching at this point is really the best bet. But you guys are definitely going to be feeling this urge in your belly regarding your family, domestic world, or living conditions, living arrangements, to make some changes there, sort of start fresh, something new happening. So I really like that. A lot of you guys are going to be revisiting some old projects, some old situations, but again, it's about revisiting, reviewing, and hatching ideas, And then on the 23rd, we do have that new moon in Pisces, which I'm loving this new moon. I mean, pretty much everybody is in this community. It's a great new cycle here, and it's a good time to commit to personal goals that express the positive energies of Pisces, which is all about really taking a leap of faith, accepting imperfections in yourself and in others, and understanding that what you've been identifying as imperfections are actually perfections, right? It's about recognizing the humanity in people. So, it's just like a very beautiful energy, actually. So, okay. So, yeah, that's what we have going on the 23rd. Now, for the mutable signs, I do want to just mention, because we do have the phase of the moon occurring at 4 degrees and 29 minutes of Pisces. The mutable energies are going to be feeling it the most, okay? So the mutable energies are Gemini, Virgo, you, Sag, and Pisces. So those of you who have any placements at those degrees are going to be feeling it even more strongly, which is really, though, such a nice energy. It really, really is. Great energy to like use your imagination, to dream in, all of that good stuff. All right, let's see what we have. So coming into this time period, Sagittarius, we have the 5 of Swords energy. I'm not mad at this energy, I got to tell you, I'm not. Even though 5 is a conflict energy, is a conflict number, right? And swords are all about words and truth. It is a Venus in Aquarius energy, and Venus is, besides being about the planet of love, it's also how we connect to money, and it's our sense of worth and value, right? And so it really is this idea of trying to figure out how to do something differently, okay? Because Venus is what I just indicated, but then in Aquarius is all about doing something differently, right? Because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is like, let's do this out of the box, let's do it differently. And I'm getting that for many of you, there was some sort of situation in your life having to do with a relationship, something at home, in your career, where there was not a meeting of the minds, right? There was conflict over what was real, what wasn't, what was true, what wasn't. But something definitely needs to be approached from a different angle. And this is a really good energy to do that in. This is your past energy coming up to this last week of February. So this certainly could have been happening once Mercury went retrograde, even in that pre-shadow, where things just weren't very clear. But now in the situation right now, we have the 9 of Swords energy. And the 9 of Swords, this is a Mars and Gemini energy, okay? So this is very much that 3 a.m. poking at you, in your thoughts, cyclical thinking, things waking you up, and you just trying to figure everything out. Because remember now, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is communication, right? And that's what these swords are. These swords are communication. But Mars is this is this warrior planet, you know. Mars rules Aries, and it's just like, you know, boom, like things are different. All of a sudden, epiphanies happen, information came to you, and you're suddenly feeling these ruminating thoughts in your mind, you know, about, is this situation right for you? I mean, going from the Five of Swords energy into the Nine of Swords, it's like, are you in a relationship where you guys are trying to figure things out and you just don't feel in alignment with this person? This is something that you really need to look at. But at the same time, you know, this new moon in Pisces is really asking all of us to kind of look at our relations, right, who we're dealing with in our life through a bit of a different lens, you know, and to just figure out a way of being more accepting, even if it's just for the sake of trying to figure out a situation, you know. And then we have the Queen of Coins that's crossing. Okay, so the Queen of Coins is about very much getting in touch with what's necessary to feel this emotional, physical, and mental connection, or even this way of figuring out how to make money more effectively, right? In a way that feels good. But this is in reverse. So this tells me that this is something that you're actively trying to work out. This is a Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. So it's a pretty powerful energy if you think about it, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is all about putting in that hard work. Now, those two guys typically don't like hanging out with each other, okay? But in the upright, they can nurture each other. You put in the hard work, you get the blessing on the other side. But in the reverse, this is telling me that there's some part of your life where either you or someone you're dealing with, they're not putting in that hard work. And it's this idea of feeling like it's just not going to work out the way that you see it in your mind's eye, the way that you really want. So you might be dealing with a partner, an intimate partner, where you just don't feel like they're working as hard as you, or you're doing all of the work, or maybe you're not feeling as motivated to actually push this thing forward. If it has to do with a job, you could feel like you're spinning your wheels in your job, that you're not getting the opportunity that you desire, or the people that you're working with are just not putting in the energy and the effort that's necessary to make something come, you know, to a point of culmination. And it's just like trying to communicate through a fog, right? Just because we do have this Mercury retrograde. And then we have the Seven of Coins. Okay, so this Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacle energy, this is a Saturn and Taurus energy. So again, this is about putting in that hard work and having it pay off, and recognizing that there is a new cycle here. Sagittarius, there's definitely a new cycle in your life having to do with mental, physical, emotional connection. For many of you, it's going to be in your resources, but this is a brand new cycle, like brand new. And this is the energy of a brand new business beginning. This is the energy of a brand new position within a job. This is the energy of you having pretty much a foundation in a relationship, but you guys are leveling up to that next space where now you really have to roll up your sleeves and put in that hard work. Right? Because real relationships take hard work. It's like you're out of that honeymoon phase and you're into this next phase of building and really establishing that connection. And that's crowning you. And now in the foundation, we have the Princess of Coins. Yeah, I really do have, we have a lot of Pentacle energy here. And really this does really resonate with what I'm getting in the sky for you guys during this time as well. You just really are, because there's going to be a lot having to do with your support system at home, making improvements on your life. And when we're talking about stuff like that, what are we talking about? Everything costs money when we're talking about something like that, right? Or at least it requires people who we're dealing with to be on the same page as us, right? And throughout the dealings of it. So here we have the Princess of Coins as the foundation. So I really like this, because this is in its most fundamental space. This is having a lot of fire in your belly to move something forward. And there's going to be a lot of communication going on here, because this is a Leo and Virgo energy. Leo is a fire sign. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, but is an earth sign. So it's about having this motivation and this communication to push something forward in the biggest way. that's going to end up bringing you into this really, really healthy space. So while I feel like you guys are coming into this time period in a little bit of a state of confliction, either with yourself or with somebody else, there are very supportive energies of this new beginning and it being very benefic for you. Now, representing you right now is the Ten of Coins in the reverse. And I don't actually mind that they're in the reverse right now, again, because this is Mercury in Virgo. Because this is like a lot of communication about what needs to be going on, mental, physical, emotional connections, lots of conversation going on about money, what's necessary as far as resources, right? So this is you trying to figure out all of this. You know, it would be surprising to me for this to be in the upright. This is still quite positive. Even in the reverse simply means that there's something in the way, some, wrinkles need to be ironed out, perspective needs to be cleaned up here. But the blessing is here for you to have. We have free will, so you always have free will to turn these reversals right side up. But something needs to be addressed first. And this doesn't surprise me because we do still have Mercury being, Mercury retrograde. Now, what's external to you that's impacting you is the Four of Wands. And it's the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is another one that's really super positive, even in the reverse. It just means a not yet, and something needs to be figured out. But again, this is external to you. So in the upright, this indicates the engagement card, the marriage card, a strong foundation. Okay? But in the reverse, it's like the foundation's not strong yet. There still need to be things ironed out. Conversations need to be had. There needs to be a new approach to something in order for that fire to be reestablished, for there to be motivation to move forward. So I'm getting that you're dealing with somebody who's dragging their feet, who's not feeling very passionate, who's not feeling very motivated, having to do with your relationship, something to do within your relationship, or having to do with something in your job, your friendship, a family connection, where somebody's just feeling not motivated. You could be dealing with a situation where somebody is trying to manipulate you so that you do things the way they want you to do them. This is also indicated in this energy, right? So, think about all of these different things because, again, this is a Jupiter in, this is a Venus in Aries energy. So when we're talking about Venus in Aries, keep in mind that Aries is ruled by Mars. It is a very young kind of fighter energy that really wants to have its own way. So I'm saying there might be a little bit of manipulation, somebody really trying to draw a line in the sand as far as what they want. But your fear here is the Hermit energy. So you might be dealing with a Virgo, but the Hermit energy is about taking that mental space to do some solid thinking, and this is in your fear, Sag. So this is you kind of being afraid to get really honest with yourself about what's going on because you might not like the answer that you end up getting, if that makes sense. Right, but this is a very introspective energy, super introspective. Now, what I do like is that the outcome energy is the Three of Cups. Very positive energy. I really like it. This is a Mercury and Cancer energy. There's communication going on. There's celebration with family, with friends, with your loved one. Now, this could be celebration with an intimate partner, along with your friends and family. You guys just celebrating and being in a really happy space together. This could also indicate something new happening at work and you being, kind of having a very celebratory vibe. Maybe you sold a property. Maybe you expanded your business. Maybe you some project that you've been working on came through. There's some sort of celebration that's going on, or celebratory vibe where you're feeling that something is really going well for you, even if it hasn't come to fruition yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't yet, just because of the energies in the sky. But that's the outcome. But now in the near future, we have the Princess of Swords reverse. So this is telling me that this is a Taurus and Gemini energy in reverse. So Gemini being ruled by Mercury, there's something going on here with communication. Okay? Something going on here with communication not happening in the way that it should. Okay, so this could be somebody lying through omission, somebody not being completely honest, you just feeling like you don't know all the information yet. And this could very well be the situation because, again, you know, as I mentioned before, this is really a time for, you know, like hunting and gathering information for what you're supposed to be doing moving forward. But I feel like you're going to be dealing with a person where you just aren't going to feel like you know all the information. You're going to feel like something's missing. Even though you're feeling this positive vibe, and you know that it's supposed to go in this positive direction because you're very much feeling this Ten of Coins energy. I mean, that's a very powerful energy, even in the reverse. It really is. So let's see what other information we can get about this Princess of Swords energy as this near future. Okay, Ace of Coins in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So this is telling me that you're feeling like, because you feel like some sort of truth is being held back from you, you're not having a real honest like new start in an area, and that without that new start you're not going to have your wish fulfillment. Okay, then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, I do like that. Knight of Cups. Okay, hold on a second. She's doing a lot of thinking here. Knight of Cups is somebody's holding back how they really feel. Yeah, so with Sagittarius, I feel like you're just having a really hard time trusting somebody. And because the trust isn't there, because you feel like somebody's not telling you everything, it's causing this situation where you feel, you just don't feel very passionate about moving forward in it because you just don't trust them. You just don't trust them. And you feel like you've been through a lot with this person. And while you do still have fire in your belly to actually deal with the situation, you do. You know, we have the Queen of Wands. You do still have fire in your belly to deal with this person, absolutely. But I don't get that, because that's what I'm getting with the Eight of Wands. You still have fire in your belly. But you've been through it, you know? It's like you have the bumps and the bruises to deal to like show for it. You really want something very much, but you feel like they're not showing up the way that they need to show up. And then we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Strength energy. So I really like these two. This is really good. Queen of Wands is a Pisces and Aries energy. So this is about really allowing yourself to dream about having a new beginning with this person and being really strong when you do so. So it's kind of like, the best way to put this is kind of throwing caution to the wind and really accepting what's not comfortable for you, because somebody is trying to present you with something that is well-intentioned, but there's something missing on your end where you just don't trust it. But with the Queen of Wands, there is a lot of passion here for you to allow yourself, again, that Pisces and Aries. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is all about the 12th house, letting yourself dream and fall into that space of escape and feel that passion. And then we have the Leo card of Strength, really allowing yourself in the face of fear to really stand up and be, you know, and be with it anyway. So I do like that, because I do like, I'm just getting very much that you guys sense. Yeah, let's just pull some bottom of the, yeah, Ten of Cups. I mean, I like it. You're going to have to take a chance on something, Sagittarius. This is a job. This is a relationship, something where you don't have all the information, but you're going to throw caution to the wind anyway. You're going to allow yourself to indulge in this sort of unclear, but it feels intuitively right to you kind of thing. With that Strength energy, you know it might be a little dangerous for you to get involved in it, but you're going to do it anyway. And then we have the Ten of Cups as the outcome here with the Three of Wands. All right, I like this, because these are about new beginnings. Beautiful. I mean, the Ten of Cups is a well-earned energy. That's not the new beginning. The new beginning is the Three of Wands. It's looking out, you know, onto the horizon and saying, yeah, all right, you know what? Now I see where my life is going. Now I see where this next level, this next cycle of my life, I'm not there yet, but I see where it's going. I see what I'm doing in order to get there. So this could equally be a relationship, somebody that, you know, you feel like something is missing, your intuition is telling you, but at the same time, you're realizing that it might be a fear that's hidden in you that might be coloring the situation. This could also have to do with a job where, you know, your fears are sort of coloring a situation and you're recognizing like, you know what, I need to take a chance here. I really need to maybe trust a little differently, you know, than I've been doing, because I want something different. If I continue to not trust, if I continue to not accept, to not open up, okay, you know, you're not going to bring yourself onto this new path. And I feel very much that you guys really want this new path for yourself, for your loved ones, for your home. I get this newness. I mean, said you guys are the travelers of the zodiac to begin with, you know, and I feel very much that you're feeling this real tickle under your feet to get going on this fresh other path. And even though you don't have all the answers, I'm getting it's going to be a very, very benefic thing for you to take part in. So if you have something on your heart that you're working on right now and you don't have all the answers, just keep carrying that. Go for it, because I feel like it's definitely going to be a good thing for you. All right, so let's pull some love oracles for those of you in that space. Not everyone is. And guys, I just want to remind you, these are general messages, right? Everybody's in a different space in their life. We're all different ages. We're in all different positions. You know, there are so many Sagittarians out there. It couldn't possibly resonate with all of you, right? That's why I try to do a couple throughout the month, and then hopefully captures your energy in one way or another. And sometimes it's even nice if you just get a seed of something to think about, right? So let's pull 3 across. I do not do these in reversals, okay? Wedding, hello. Finances and career. Yeah, right? Wasn't I saying that before? It's a very heavy finance vibe for you guys. Past life relationship, okay. So let's pull some Island Time Wellness. We're going to pull a little bit of everything here, okay? We'll pull all the love oracles, and then I'm going to pull some Arcanum Tarot for clarification, okay? How to tie it all together. Let's do one more for this. So this first one is wedding. This situation involves marriage. So let's see what kind of message we can get with this one. Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I got this for Capricorn. And you just saw, I shuffled no less than 6 times before I turned the camera on, all the decks. So I shuffled. So we have this wedding, this situation involves a marriage, but outdated thinking is at play. You're playing things over and over in your head, but it's going to require things to be handled differently. Now, for finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. We have camera, reminiscing, perception, learning from the past, making memories. So I feel like if you're having issues in your relationship, it's where it's sort of creating this wedge in your communication because of finances. But you guys are going to be in this space of really learning from the past, things that you've done in the past having to do with finances, choices made in career, you know, and all that means, you know. And you guys just doing things differently here. And then we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Ooh, stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Wow. All right, now I do have to tell you guys, this is the reality of it. When we have past life relationship, you've known each other before, this stabbed in the back could be what happened in that relationship in a previous life. You follow? Because if you've known each other, past life relationships are very super common for those of you, and not everybody does, but for those of you, when you meet somebody and you have that strong sense of familiarity, Like, I know this person from someplace. You know what I mean? You know that this is some sort of karmic revisit, and this could certainly have happened in the past life. It also certainly could have happened in your relationship now, where there was some sort of separation because of some sort of heartbreak, some sort of misunderstanding, some sort of betrayal, something like that, but that you guys are circling back around. But I do have to tell you, I'm feeling very strongly. I have to say that because it's a general message. But more than anything, I'm resonating with this as being a past life relationship where one of you stabbed each other in the back, and this is the energy that needs to be healed in this life. So really, we're talking about trust. There's got to be some trust handled here. Yeah. Okay, the cards just want to pop. I don't know. Should they? Balance. Okay. Just kind of wanted to come out. So under the wedding one, we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Under finances and career being an issue, we have balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. I mean, that is very fitting, right? When we're talking about finances and career. And now that we have past life relationships stamped in the back, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do it feels right. Yes. I mean, these are very, very much in alignment, I feel like. So yeah, I'm getting that you guys were definitely connected in a past life, an earlier life. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And some of the issues that you're dealing with may have been, it might have been an issue with resources in the past that you guys have had to deal with. Ten of Swords, end of a cycle, Nine of Wands. Nine of Cups. Okay, good. All right. I mean, the Ten of Swords. I'm not mad at this. This just tells me that it was an ending of a cycle, which I'm kind of getting here, right? Because we have this cassette energy, the outdated thinking, replaying events over and over in your head. The Ten of Swords, people get very flipped out by this energy. But you know what? It's a minor arcana. It just means the end of a cycle. It doesn't mean the end of everything, So we want that because it seems like whatever cycle you were in really wasn't the best for you. And then we have Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, I mean, you're fighting for something here. You still have fire in your belly to fight for something here. So I do like this. I mean, this shows me gumption to have the conversation about money, about career, about learning from the past, about balancing things out. So I do like that. And then with the past life stabbed in the back, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. We have the wish fulfillment card, which is Nine of Cups. So to me, Sag, what I see here is you have to put the work in. You're going to have to put the work in. But what I like about this is a very solid kind of connection that we have here for sure, where there was just a lot of poor communication, primarily having to do with finances, having to do with trust regarding finances, and then that kind of in an unhealthy way seeping into other areas of the relationship. You know what I mean? But I feel like because you guys have such benefic energies coming up having to do with your finances, you guys are going to be figuring things out. You're going to be pushing something forward. Things are going to be able to level themselves out through some really healthy communication and honesty, some really good honesty, to establish that trust. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.